My name's Amy Berman. I'm a senior program officer at the John A. Hartford Foundation in New York City. My role professionally is nurse, but also a person who's involved in improving the health and healthcare of older adults. And I do this through focusing on improving the way the care is delivered for complex older adults, helping to redesign the system to better meet the needs of these older adults. Personally, I'm a person who lives with stage 4 cancer. I have inflammatory breast cancer, and it's spread to my lower spine. I'm a person who lives well with cancer, and I talk about how to do that, how to live well with cancer. One of the most important things in healthcare is informing people when they're seriously ill about the illness itself and allowing them to fully participate in the decisions about their care. It's a fundamental right. It's also something that the American Medical Association in 2006 laid out in their ethical framework. We, people like me, people living with cancer, are entitled to know about the disease. They're entitled to know about the likely course of the disease. And they're entitled to know about the treatment options, what it's going to feel like now, how it will improve them later, and the cost. I mean, these are all things that are just so fundamentally important in being able to make and participate in good decisions. People choose a whole host of things based on their values and their goals, what they're trying to achieve with their illness. I say there are no wrong decisions. There are only informed decisions. Today, many people are not well informed. In fact, a survey of physicians, a large survey of physicians, showed that 2/3 don't actually share that prognosis, the likely course of the disease. They either lighten the picture or don't share the realistic picture. And in fact, physicians often choose different things for themselves than what they choose for their patients. So we have a barrier, we have a wall between our ability to understand and participate in treatment decisions. This is really important. I think out of all of the areas of care that are provided for people with complex illness, people living with cancer, particularly people living with more serious versions of cancer as it progresses, it's very important that palliative care be part of that care. Palliative care is an extra layer of support that helps people and families manage with serious illness. Palliative care is for curable disease. It goes on top of that existing curative treatment. It helps people get through that treatment. It helps them live a better life as they are going toward getting better. But for most people, cancer is a chronic disease, and it helps them live a good life in spite of the fact that they have cancer that's not going to go away. And then at the end of life, palliative care is also there to support them at the very end of their days. Palliative care is for curative, curative, and end of life. A lot of people don't understand that. They confuse palliative care. They think about it as end-of-life care. Palliative care is that extra layer of support that helps me live well with serious illness. I can tell you that since being diagnosed 3.5 years ago, I've climbed the Great Wall several times. I rode a camel in the Jordanian desert. I get to work and play and enjoy. I enjoy my family and my friends. I have a good life. I would have had 3.5 bad years if palliative care were not part of my life. I hope that palliative care becomes more available. Recently, the Institute of Medicine came out with a report on cancer care, and their major recommendation is that palliative care needs to be coupled, integrated in cancer care delivery. It's not. Today, everything has to go wrong before palliative care typically is involved. Palliative care is a fundamental right, as is knowing about your diagnosis and your prognosis and being part of those decisions. I hope for everyone that they have the ability to leverage palliative care, to feel well, to do well, and to live the life that they want to live. I have cancer, but I live well with cancer, and I attribute that all to having the extra support provided by palliative care.